What's up everybody? This is gonna be our monthly reselling wrap up for everything that's sold on Depop, eBay, Facebook, private sales. We're gonna go over exactly everything that's sold, expenses, and our net profits. Let's hop onto the computer and see how we did for the month of April. Pippi has come for the breakdown video. Pippi. This is everything that we sold from the start to the end of the month of April, starting with this bundle for 17 US. I do recommend keeping all your stuff in Canadian or American money. I tried to do US because I thought I'd make a little bit more, but I think it just complicated things. When people wanted to bundle, they didn't get the free shipping if it was a US priced item or a Canadian priced item, so just keep that in mind. I had to repost things to give someone deals because they were using two different currencies. So just keep it all the same. I thought putting it in US so the money looked like it was less, but then it was actually working out to the same would get me more sales. I don't think it really made a difference. So that was something I experimented with this month. And for this monthly breakdown, let's add up everything that we made for the month, and then we'll take our expenses off, and then we'll do our net profit at the end. First up, we got this bundle. It was our first sale of April. We made $17 on it. So this bundle was a Brody vintage knit sweater. This is how I listed it in the pictures, with a Modelo kind of faded modern tee. And that bundle was a total of 17 US. And I believe this includes the shipping too. So if we look at the receipt, this is what we brought home minus shipping, so we have to take that off later. Next up, we got one pair of track pants. These Adidas track pants that I got at the bins for 23. Next up, we got this Oilers hoodie that I also got at the bins. We sold it for 19. Next up, we got this Disneyland that my mom gave me that she was just gonna give to Goodwill, and I made 30 bucks on it, or maybe a little bit less. Sorry, I made 18. It's weird how Depop, when you click the item, it shows like the last price it was listed at, but not actually what it's sold at unless you look at your solds. So 18, which for a free hoodie, that's straight profit. Another bundle, we got this Echo United shirt and an Eddie Bauer thermal that I got at the bins. I believe I got both those at the bins. This Brody long sleeve, I believe I got at the bins. This leather jacket I got from the Raghouse. I paid a little bit up on it because it's so heavy and it was real leather. So this is a vintage made in Canada, I believe. This one costed me quite a bit because I had to send it to the States. And shipping to the States for some reason is an astronomical amount of money. So I need to find a better shipping provider or charge more for my shipping. Next up, we got a Carhartt hoodie that I got in one of my bail breaks for $41. A pair of green sweat track pants that I got from the bins. A pair of Dickies shorts that I believe I got in a bail break. One day my mind's gonna get scrambled. I'm not gonna remember where I got everything from. A Lulu, these do quite well, these old Lulus with the horseshoe. Next up, we got another pair of track pants that I got from the bins. So probably $2 I got for them, sold them for 30. Next, another pair of track pants that we got at the bins for a couple bucks. This one actually might have been a bins, or it could have been the Raghouse. I think that was a bins though. I think this was also a bins. These Hurley shorts. Hurley board shorts. I was always throwing Hurley board shorts back, and I realized they're actually quite good money, especially it's summertime coming up too. So this Rip and Dip, which is Danny Duncan's brand, I believe, like an off-brand of Danny Duncan, like it's his clothing line, I believe. Don't quote me on that. 29 bucks. This vintage and faded English Bay long sleeve. Anything with this color that is like faded seems to do well if it's vintage or not. This one was vintage. A Cabela's hoodie, which was stained, and I sold it, and I made sure that they were, before I shipped it, I made sure that they were very comfortable knowing that it was stained, because some people like, oh, it was stained. I was like, yeah, but it was in the pictures, bro, like lock in. And he was happy with it. He took it, sold that for 20 bucks, got that at the bins. Got this animal print from the bins. This Hawaii, it got a shit ton of likes, I believe, on this one. I think this had like almost 100 likes on it, and it was like, I mean, it's an older AAA, but a little bit surprising on that one. This one again, I sold these Y2K cream independent pants. Again, this one has a stain right here, you can see it. Made sure that they were happy with it, and they were very happy to take it, but there's quite large staining, and they still took it for like 20 bucks. So that went. I just make sure if I list things with stains, make sure the pictures are on there and make sure you communicate that in the messages so you have proof that you told them that this was stained before you ship it. Because they're like, oh, the pictures didn't really show it. Well, I made it very clear that it was stained in the chat, and then you have something to fight with on Depop if they try and refund it. Next, we got this vintage Nike. I got this at a garage sale for like $5 or $2. Someone was selling all their college Nike sports team stuff that they must have played in, I think Miami or something, because I had a Miami hoodie that I sold a while ago too. So I got that for $5, sold it for 35. An old Element shirt that I got in a reseller box a long time ago. Stained, still sold. Again, made sure that they were happy with it. Pair of Carhartt pants that they bought and I got out of a bale. My pricing that I paid on a bale was probably like 10 cents. 20 cents an item. I sold it for 80. Then I also sold these True Religion jeans I got at the Raghouse for like $3, I think. Stained, made sure, went above and beyond, sent him extra pictures on Instagram. He was happy, left me a good review. Sold it for 40. And I probably could have got more. He was gonna pay more, but the guy was really nice, so I just gave him a deal to get a good review. Sometimes you gotta just build up your reviews too. Just if you wanna get to the top seller, you need to have 5-star reviews and a couple other requirements, but build those 5 stars up. Sometimes you give someone a couple bucks off, you're not losing that much, but it gave you a good review. Next, we got some modern Adidas sweatshorts. I mean, 10 bucks is 10 bucks. Sometimes I wouldn't go lower than 10 bucks profit because just for the time to list, source and everything, I don't think it's really worth it. We got another Lulu, same kind of thing. Got this in a bale break with that other orange one. Probably paid 10 cents for it out of the bale. Sold it for 40 bucks. And then coming to the last item of the month, we sold a bundle for $38. It was a Carhartt that I got out of the bins for probably $2 with a company. These ones with the company, you gotta sell a little bit cheaper, I believe, and people go crazy for Carhartt, but it's gotta be less than retail, or there's gotta be something special about it. I've noticed a lot of people list Carhartt for more than retail. If it's brand new Carhartt, people could just go buy a brand new Carhartt for retail. I think the value personally in Carhartt is the distressed, the worn, the faded. People want that, or like true vintage Carhartt. But if it's modern Carhartt, you gotta list it for under. He also bought this black antler. I don't know, it's just someone's brand, nothing special about it, but I just thought it was a cool graphic, so I kept it. I believe I got this out of a bale break for 10 cents and I was able to sell a bundle. That is the end of our monthly breakdown. And then I'll do another breakdown for May when the time comes. So if we set from April 1st to April 30th and we hit download, here is everything that we sold. So if you go equals some brackets, touch the cell that you want the range to be, do here, it will add up everything from this column. We made 917.88 total on sales. This doesn't include the Depop fees. So then if we do another cell where we add up all of our fees minus this equals $835.08 is what we made off of just Depop. Now this isn't net profit because we still have to factor in our shipping, which I would have to go and check my Chit Chat's shipping receipts, but on average it's about $7 an item. Sometimes you can ship for $4, sometimes it costs you $20. On average I find it's about $7.50. Okay, so here's the breakdown. We had 27 sales, whether that included a bundle or individual item. Our sourcing fee on average was probably about $1.80, and then 2 cents for tape, bags, labels, material. That works at about 9.25 per number of sales. So if we do 9.25 times 27 sales, that works out to be 249.75 in costs. So this now subtracted from our total is about $585 is what we netted in the month of April. Now for reference, I probably listed about 150 items, maybe 120 items in the month of April. So on about 150 items listed, you should be able to net close to 600 bucks, roughly. Now, a lot of those items aren't like super high grade items. A lot of those are just mid grades, you know, lower end items, $5, $10, $15 items. Or if you start getting some better items, you average that many sales times 50 or 60, we just 5x our sales if we can start getting better items, which in the month of May already, we're about 8 days in. It's May 8th and I'm starting to see a little bit more money made because we're listing more items and better items. I bought bales for 250 bucks. I think I bought one in the month of April and maybe one at the end / into May. Those were straight covered because I sold all the extras, all the junk. Junk to me, someone else wanted it. I showed them what it was. Or one man's junk is another man's treasure. So they were happy to take it. It was junk to me, gold to them. Sold that for the cost of the bale. I didn't sell anything on eBay because I need to get better at listing on eBay. Majority of my postings all go onto Depop. I need to really get a bot and start cross-listing on eBay because that'll also give me a significant more sales, I believe. It should, in theory. I sold the odd thing on Facebook Marketplace for like 10, 20 bucks, some Oilers shirts, probably like, I would say probably 10 items. I don't have like a list of the things I sold, so it's hard for me to entirely calculate. But I would say 5 to 10 items at 20 bucks, whether that was construction gear, Oilers gear, and that was strictly Facebook. So if we go 5 times 10, so 10 times 15 is about another 150 bucks. So we call that 6. So if we add that onto this, that's about $735. And that's probably net profit that we made in the month of April alone, which is pretty good. We almost made $1,000 in 1 month, and we're still scaling this up like significantly. Like this was a pretty slow, I don't wanna say slow. If you're getting into reselling, it's a ton of work to source, list, cross list, clean, organize, sort, the whole 9 yards. It's not an easy job. This is a full-time job. People think that you'll be able to just make this into a full-time career and it'll be gravy. It's nice working for yourself. It's still a ton of work. To sort a bale, it takes me like 2 to 3 12-hour days just to sort the bale. And then I still gotta list and clean and find people to buy it on top of that. But I do suspect as we list more items, we cross list, we should make a lot more money. Should be able to double or triple this next month, hopefully. I'm gonna try and save this and then we can compare it to our sales in May. But yeah, that's kind of the wrap up for April. That's everything that's sold, our profits, our expenses, and the whole 9 yards. So if you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get monetized on YouTube. I would appreciate if you guys subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.